The Netherlands. We think of windmills, canals, and bright tulip fields, a picturesque landscape that seems almost too perfect to be real, a welcoming place, open-minded and forward-thinking, a country that prides itself on its progressive values and high quality of life, a country often seen as a role model for how to run things well and take care of its people, efficient public transportation, bustling cities, and a strong sense of community. But look closer, and you'll see a different story. One that isn't told in the glossy travel brochures or the cheerful postcards. A reality far from the pretty pictures and travel brochures. Hidden beneath the surface, there are issues that paint a much grimmer picture. This is the story of the Netherlands' hidden problems, the struggles that many face daily but are rarely talked about. A side visitors don't often see. Tourists come for the beauty, but the locals live with the reality. My journey takes me past the charming canals of Amsterdam, where the water reflects a serene and peaceful life. Beyond the windmills that seem frozen in time, standing as symbols of a simpler, idyllic past. I'm here to talk to the people living on the edges, those whose lives don't fit the postcard-perfect image, those struggling to match the image of the Netherlands with their everyday lives. People like Sarah, a single mom who needs food banks to feed her kids, or Ahmed, a single mom who needs food banks to feed her kids, or Ahmed, a talented soccer player who faces discrimination on the field. A talented soccer player who faces discrimination on the field. Their stories are a stark contrast to the image of a perfect society. The Netherlands is a country of opposites, a place where wealth and poverty exist right next to each other, sometimes just a few blocks apart. A place where wealth and poverty exist right next to each other, sometimes just a few blocks apart. The disparity is striking and hard to ignore, sometimes just a few blocks apart. It's a country wrestling with tough social problems. From a housing shortage to rising crime, it's a country wrestling with tough social problems. From a housing shortage to rising crime, issues that challenge the very fabric of this seemingly perfect nation. From a housing shortage to rising crime, problems that challenge the very idea of this seemingly perfect nation. Problems that challenge the very idea of this seemingly perfect nation. This isn't a story about a poor country. This isn't a story about a poor country. This is about the Netherlands, a European center of business, new ideas and culture. This is about the Netherlands, a European center of business, new ideas and culture. A European center of business, new ideas and culture. A country struggling with a hidden reality that can't be ignored any longer. New ideas and culture. A country struggling with a hidden reality that can't be ignored any longer. A country struggling with a hidden reality that can't be ignored any longer. The Netherlands boasts a great quality of life, but there's a catch. While the picturesque canals and vibrant culture paint a beautiful picture, the reality for many residents is far from idyllic. It costs a lot to live there, especially for housing. Amsterdam, once a welcoming place for artists and free spirits, is now a city where even working professionals struggle to pay rent. The cost of living has skyrocketed, making it difficult for many to make ends meet. Families are being priced out of their homes, having to move further and further from the city center. The dream of living in a vibrant, bustling city is slipping away for many, replaced by long commutes and financial stress. I met Els, a teacher who works in Amsterdam but can no longer afford to live there. Despite her essential role in the community, she finds herself pushed to the outskirts, struggling to balance work and personal life. She travels 2 hours each way to work every day, losing precious time with her family. The daily grind takes a toll on her health and well-being, yet she has no other choice. It's tiring, she admits, but what else can I do? Her story isn't unusual. Many others share her plight, caught in a cycle of long commutes and high expenses. The housing crisis is pushing families to their limits, forcing them to choose between rent and basic needs. The stress of financial instability is palpable, affecting their quality of life and future prospects. The dream of owning a home feels impossible for many, especially young people. With property prices soaring, the younger generation finds it increasingly difficult to step onto the property ladder. The government is trying to fix the problem, but it's slow going. Policies and initiatives are in place, but the impact is yet to be felt by those who need it most. Meanwhile, the gap between those who can afford to live in the Netherlands and those who can't keeps growing. The disparity is stark, highlighting the urgent need for effective solutions to bridge this divide. It's shocking to see in one of the world's richest countries long lines of people patiently waiting for food at a food bank. These lines are not just a temporary phenomenon, they are becoming a regular sight in many communities. The Netherlands, a country known for its farms, is facing a growing problem of people not having enough to eat. Despite the abundance of agricultural produce, the distribution of food is becoming increasingly unequal. More and more families are having trouble putting food on the table, having to rely on charity to survive. The sight of parents skipping meals so their children can eat is becoming all too common. It's embarrassing, says Miriam, a single mom of 2 who uses food banks. She never imagined she would be in this position, having to depend on others for basic necessities. I never thought I'd be in this situation. Miriam's story is not unique. It echoes the experiences of many who have found themselves in similar circumstances. The rising cost of living, along with wages that aren't going up, has left many struggling to get by. Basic groceries and household items have become luxuries for some. Even people with jobs are finding it hard to afford the basics. The working poor are a growing demographic, caught in a cycle of low wages and high expenses. The food bank I visited was full of volunteers, their faces showing both kindness and worry. They are the unsung heroes, working tirelessly to help those in need. They talked about a growing need, about families who used to be okay but are now having a hard time. The stories they shared were heart-wrenching, highlighting the stark reality of the situation. The image of wealth and success that the Netherlands shows to the world is very different from the reality faced by a growing number of its people. This contrast is a reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that behind the facade of prosperity, many are struggling to make ends meet. Under the surface of peace, a darker side of the Netherlands exists. Organized crime, especially drug trafficking, is a big problem. The Netherlands has become a center for the worldwide drug trade, and with it comes more violence. Killings in broad daylight, once unthinkable in this peaceful country, are happening more often. The streets of Amsterdam and other cities are seeing a turf war between gangs fighting for control of the profitable drug market. Innocent people get caught in the middle, their lives ruined by the violence. The Dutch authorities are constantly fighting organized crime, but the problem seems to be getting worse. The temptation of easy money and the availability of guns have helped criminal gangs grow. Ironically, the Netherlands' reputation as a tolerant and open country has made it a target for criminal organizations looking to take advantage of its open borders and less strict laws. The Netherlands is proud of its tolerance and multiculturalism. But underneath, racism still exists, showing up in both hidden and obvious ways. This is especially clear in Dutch sports. Black athletes, especially in soccer, face a lot of racist abuse, both on and off the field. Monkey noises, racist insults, and unfair treatment are all too common. Despite efforts to fight racism in sports, the problem continues, showing a bigger problem in society. Ahmed, a talented young soccer player I talked to, shared his experiences with racism in the sport. "It's discouraging," he said. "It makes you question where you belong." His story is a clear reminder that racism isn't just on the soccer field, but affects all of Dutch society. The Netherlands has been known for a long time for its relaxed drug laws, especially its acceptance of cannabis. While some people praise this as progressive, it has also created a complicated relationship with drugs. Cannabis being readily available has definitely added to the Netherlands' image as a place for drug tourism. Coffee shops selling cannabis are as common as windmills and canals. However, this tolerance doesn't apply to harder drugs, and the Netherlands is dealing with the social and health problems of drug addiction. The open drug market has also helped organized crime grow, as gangs fight for control of the profitable drug trade. The Netherlands' relaxed drug laws have been both good and bad, a social experiment with mixed results. The problems faced by many in the Netherlands are often hidden, covered up by the country's image of wealth and happiness. But behind the canals and tulips, real people are dealing with real problems. The stories I've shared are just a small look into the lives of those struggling with the hidden reality of the Netherlands. From the single mom who needs food banks to the young athlete facing discrimination, these are the human faces of a nation dealing with complicated social issues. It's easy to be charmed by the Netherlands, to only see the beauty and ignore the problems. But to really understand this country, we must look past the tourist view and recognize the struggles faced by many of its people. The Netherlands' hidden problems aren't just isolated incidents. They're signs of deeper problems in society that need attention. Ignoring these problems won't make them go away. It's time to speak up and show the reality faced by many in this seemingly perfect country. The government, leaders, and everyday people need to work together to address poverty, inequality, discrimination, and crime. This needs a broad approach that gets to the root of these problems, not just the surface level. The Netherlands has a long and proud history of social progress. It's time to use that same spirit of innovation and caring to address the challenges of today and create a fairer and more equal society for everyone. Despite the challenges, there is hope. The Netherlands is known for its resilience, its ability to bounce back from hard times. More and more people are aware of the issues facing the country, and with that comes a determination to find answers. Local groups are working hard to help those in need, providing food, shelter, and a voice to those who are often ignored. Activists are fighting discrimination and demanding social justice. Politicians are starting to recognize the need for change. The road ahead won't be easy. It will require tough conversations, brave decisions, and a team effort from everyone in Dutch society. But the Netherlands has a special chance to face its hidden reality and become a truly fair and just society. The question is, will it take that chance?